Okay, we'll begin today's documentation at the corner of 6th and Mateo. That's looking north on Mateo Street. This is looking back west towards Factory Place Arts Complex. And around here, we're going to take a walk down Mateo now and look at who's living there these days. So there we are back at the bridge, and here we go. Here we are at the corner of Jesse and Mateo, looking at the brick lofts, which was an empty building a few years ago, but now is residential. We're looking back north up Mateo and coming around through this intersection, which is Jesse Street, which is an important intersection. Looking south down Mateo, we have the toy factory, huge residential complex, and we'll see the biscuit company is right next door. And one of the brand new people to come into the neighborhood is right here in this lot called Urban Radish, right behind that fence and those trees. We'll visit Urban Radish later. Jesse is an important street because it connects all the way down to Santa Fe. This street is busy already, and apparently the city has already approved crosswalks for these intersections. There are no stop signs here on Mateo at this point, so traffic flows on through, but there is a stop sign on Jesse. Additionally, the toy factory underground parking enters and exits right here and comes right out into this intersection. So if it becomes more congested with cut-through traffic, this is another intersection in question. Here we are at the corner of Mateo and Industrial Street, the real anchor of residential living in the Arts District. This is the Biscuit Company Lofts. Very high-end residential building up above Church and State, a very high-end restaurant. We're looking out here now. This is Mateo. We're coming back out to the corner, and we are looking south on Mateo. Back across, you can see Urban Radish now, the gray building in the center of the picture. And as we look back up north on Mateo, we see that even at 3:15 in the afternoon, this is a busy street. 7th Street. This building's always been very interesting with its ever-changing art murals on it. It's a great cornerstone of the neighborhood. And here we are, looking at what will be one of the detour roads down, looking east on 7th towards the bridge that will carry a large portion of the displaced traffic. Coming up to the intersection. So here we have Tony's Saloon, which was a real dive bar until about a year or two ago, when Ced Moses, one of the entrepreneurs of downtown, turned it into Tony's Saloon, which is a very expensive whiskey bar. So expensive I haven't been in it yet, but I've read it in the downtown news, so it must be true. Pizzanista opened up next to them. Tony's lucky. He's got parking. So in between Mateo and Santa Fe is Imperial Street. Here it is at the intersection of 7th, looking around. And here we are looking north. We'll come back and visit Imperial Street in another segment. So here we are now at the corner of 7th and Santa Fe. A pretty busy intersection any time of the day. And we're looking down towards Alameda. This large building is now for sale, but across the street, right there in the center of your screen in that green building, is a new bakery. In the fire station is going to go residential right next to it, behind the truck in the center of your screen. And as we go on down that street, we'll come to one of the hottest restaurants in town, Bestia. Importantly though for us, as we look north up Santa Fe, we can begin to see in the center of the picture the viaduct. So here we are on the corner of Jesse Street and Santa Fe. There's the Everest Delivery, Kids Warehouse, Modern Warehouse. Down the street between here and the corner are pre-existing buildings owned by a group of men who hope to develop this area. And then back on this corner, we have some sort of manufacturing going on here in its traditional sense. Jesse Street heads east towards the river, and I believe cuts up one more back street for truck delivery, and then heads back. And now what you're seeing in the center of the picture is the toy lofts. So I'm concerned about Jesse Street being much more heavily trafficked by diverted traffic through the Santa Fe Mateo corridor, as I'm calling it, when the 6th Street Bridge, the viaduct, goes down. Because we are 1 block away, which now we can't see, where this street, Santa Fe, is going to be cut off to through traffic. And I can tell you, this is only 3:45 in the afternoon on a Monday, and this is already a busy street, and it only gets busier. Here we are looking directly north, and in the center of the picture you can see the viaduct, right where the bus just went over, and that's going to come down, that's going to cut off traffic. And my concern is, where is this traffic going to go? And I believe it is going to get up here, and it's going to head down Jesse, and it's going to empty out on Mateo, an intersection with 1 stop sign and no crosswalks. So here we are at the viaduct on Santa Fe, looking north, and you can see the 4th Street Bridge off in the distance in the center of the picture. And we're at the frontage street on the south side of the bridge, looking back towards Mateo. So all of this is where the project starts and continues on long out of our field of view. So now we're looking north on Santa Fe at the corner of Willow. We'll visit Willow in a little bit. But as we turn around and look, we see the brand new headquarters for Lucky Jeans, a corporate headquarters that was most certainly not here in 2006. And then as we swing around to look south again, back towards the viaduct, here's a film studio. I don't know if this is slated for demolition or not. This is a busy area. It's only about 3:35 in the afternoon. And we're looking to see the close proximity between the viaduct and the work and the Lucky building, which has a direct view of the viaduct. I love my neighborhood. It's filled with an array of creativity and art that emerges and disappears and comes back. Right now, we're close to the corner of Willow, looking at Willow Studios, which has been a film and TV center for a number of years. I don't know how long this incarnation has been in here, but for proximity, you can see that we are still very close to the viaduct, and we are directly across from Lucky Jeans. And up here in the corner, we're going to take a look at another business that's opened up very recently, Villains. So here we are at the corner of Palmetto and Santa Fe at Villains Tavern, obviously established in 2010. And again, we come back down to see our proximity to the viaduct. And as we pan around, we now see that we're directly across from the entrance to Lucky Jeans, which is in very close proximity to the 4th Street Bridge. We're 1 block away from the 4th Street Bridge. And as you can see, Palmetto, with its movie studios, you can see a crane right in the center of the picture with a camera on it. There's a lot of filming that goes on here every day. Motion picture filming is a big part of the economy of the Arts District. We've now moved up Santa Fe to look at one of the last open, flat pieces of ground in the area with the 4th Street Bridge in the back. We're panning around to look in a northerly direction up towards an intersection that I think needs greater attention. Mateo and Santa Fe. There's the 4th Street Bridge and Lucky Jeans. And as we come back up, you'll see cars coming around the corner on Santa Fe, headed north. As the big yellow bus comes around, it comes up to a sharp turn that goes underneath the bridge and continues up on Santa Fe. As you can see, this is a pretty heavily trafficked street here in the middle of the afternoon. Not even really rush hour yet. Now we've moved up the road another few yards. We're looking south on Santa Fe at the on-ramp to the 4th Street Bridge that cars come under, like they are right now. And we follow them along as they make the curve to continue up the main part of the 4th Street Bridge and north on Santa Fe. A large construction in the center of your picture is One Santa Fe. Obviously not in existence in 2006 or even 2011. That's 463 more apartment units with retail. They do, however, have their own parking, but all of this traffic is going to be coming on this road. We're looking north on Santa Fe, and here's the odd thing. We come right over here at 7th Street. They were they were 2 blocks apart, but now, into the sun, this is Mateo. So at the northern end of the Mateo and Santa Fe corridor, or the Santa Fe-Mateo corridor, depending on how you look at it, the 2 streets merge at a point. This comes up on Santa Fe. This heads to Santa Fe South. There are no crosswalks. There's very little street marking. And one of the reasons that cars come down Mateo is to get on the 4th Street Bridge. This is 4th Place. It connects to Mateo, which connects to Santa Fe, making for sort of an odd intersection with a lot of angled streets. This is the Maxwell House Coffee Building, as it's been known, which is being converted right now with more construction. I'm not sure what, but there doesn't appear to be any parking for this building. Now we're on Mateo, looking north. That's the 4th Street Bridge in the center of the picture. That's Santa Fe underneath it. As we come around, this is 4th Place, which extends over to Molino and back out to 4th Street. These are residential lofts all along here. But this is the entrance to 4th Street. And this is my main concern. When Santa Fe is cut off to through traffic, Mateo is going to be the next closest road to soak up traffic. This is the entrance to the 4th Street Bridge, which takes you out to the 5 freeway and the 101 and everywhere else. Only the off-ramp has a stop sign. many more big vehicles will be coming down this street. Because this is Hertz Entertainment Services. This isn't even for construction. This is to hold motion picture lighting. This is for business that's going on here right now. Again, at an intersection with only one stop sign and no crosswalks.